Hello, 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 everybody. How's everyone doing out there this evening? My name is Valerie Harris, and this is your Stepping Up and Stepping Out series that airs every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. And guess what, guys? The series has been designed just for you to inspire you, to encourage you, and to empower its listeners to step up and step out of your comfort zone. And guys, as an author, a life empowerment coach, and leadership consultant, I work with working moms, women in leadership roles, and entrepreneurs to help them step out of their comfort zone to promote, to build, and to grow their online presence. And so today, what I will be talking to you guys about is that about 5 truths and 5 misconceptions about stepping out of our comfort zone. So listen, what I need you all to do is go and get some paper and pencil and write some of this stuff down, guys. Write some of these things down that we will discuss this evening. Because the first one that we're going to talk about is, I'm going to start off with the 5 truths. So make sure you have your notes so you can get some good notes with this. I'm going to start off with the 5 truths. So the first truth would be, it helps you grow and develop new skills. So listen to this for a few minutes. If you don't step out of your comfort zone, you will miss opportunities to develop new skills. I think about last year when I started doing video, I knew a little bit about it, but not a whole lot. But because I stepped out and began to do live video, I've grown in that area and I've developed some new skills in that area. So if we limit ourselves and get stuck and not step out of our comfort zone, we will miss out on growing and developing new skills. If you agree with that, put a 1 in the chat. Come on and talk to me this evening. And then listen, the second thing of stepping up and stepping out, that's a truth, is it can increase your self-confidence and your self-esteem. Because a lot of times, and I've dealt with it, didn't have the self-confidence in myself. You know, I could do things, but sometimes I lack that self-confidence. But when you step out of your comfort zone, it would help you to build your self-confidence. It will help you to build your self-esteem, because the more you do it and you stop being afraid of stepping out, then those skills begin to get better. And you begin to have more self-confidence, not feeling like you're cocky or anything, but your confidence is there. And another thing, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. And we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So when we rely on him, he will give us that confidence, because he's right there with us when we're doing whatever it is that we have to do at that particular time. And so let's look at the third truth. It can open new opportunities and gain you some exciting experiences. And just to hone in on that for a few minutes, I was approached about being media coverage for a conference. And I was like, wait a minute, I've never done that before. And I was a little leery, but I told the person I would pray about it, get back with them. And you know, me and God had our talk, and he released me to be able to do it. But guess what? If he hadn't released me, I wouldn't have been able to go. But he released me. So I knew that with him releasing me, that he would be with me, because he said that he would never leave us nor forsake us. And just from doing that, you know, experiencing that new opportunity, I was able to meet a whole lot of wonderful people in different arenas, authors, doctors, lawyers, judges, storytellers, you know. And if I hadn't stepped out of my comfort zone once God released me to do it, I would have missed out on those new opportunities and the opportunity to even see if I could be successful in the task that I was asked to do. So that is number 3. So be mindful of that. Number four is it helps build your resilience and problem solving. When you step out of your comfort zone, it doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect, but it helps you to know that you can be flexible, and if something doesn't go right, you have to be resilient and have a plan of action so that you can continue to do what it is, the task that you have been called to do once you step out of your comfort zone. But if you didn't step out your comfort zone, you would miss out on that. And then number five, listen to number five. Number five, I hope you're writing them down. That was four, excuse me. Now, number four, excuse me. I hope I'm not going too fast because this has really excited me when I was doing this. It can lead to personal and professional development because we all at times in our lives need to build our personal and professional development. And we can't do that if we don't step out of our comfort zone. To be willing to learn new things and experience new things and meet new people, learn things that we don't know, and to glean from those things that we are not familiar with so that we can build our own personal and professional growth. I don't know about you, but I'm always trying to find ways that I can build on my personal and professional growth, whether it's through a course or whatever, or going to something someone is having that I might not be familiar with to learn about those things so that I can build myself personally and professionally. If you agree with those things, put a one in the chat. And if you've done any of those things, put a one in the chat. If you haven't done any of those things, put a two in the chat, because those are things, guess what, that we need to work on. And guess what? We're going to work on those things together. Because when you're looking at, when you're building your personal and professional growth, it results in you feeling more fulfilled about your life. And you begin to enjoy the things that you're doing when you begin to step out of your comfort zone. Because if you don't, you will stay stuck and you will stay stagnant. Okay, so the thing of it is, I want to talk about the 5 misconceptions that people have about stepping out of their comfort zone. And I'm going to pull those up on the screen, and we're going to talk about those for a few minutes. So make sure you have your notes so that you can write down some notes if you'd like to. A lot of times when people see you step out of your comfort zone, they think that it's easy and it's comfortable, but I'm here to tell you that is not an easy task when we step out of our comfort zone. There's always a little uneasiness, but the more we practice stepping out of our comfort zone, it gets better. It becomes a little more easier, and we feel we don't ever want to be over comfortable because anything can happen. But we begin to feel more at ease with those things that we are doing when we do step out of our comfort zone. And a lot of people will see you and think that this is another misconception, that it happens overnight. It does not. Stepping out of your comfort zone does not happen overnight. It takes time. It takes practice for you to do that. And if I'm going to speak for myself, it took me practice, to be able to do it and to practice whatever it was that I had to do so that I was able to step out of my comfort zone. And it didn't happen overnight for me. It was a progression of time, years. Still now, I'm still working on being comfortable with stepping out of my comfort zone. And then number three, people think it always brings success. At a point it can bring success, but not always. When you say the word always, you have to be leery of that word because it might not always bring success, but it doesn't mean you stop. You keep on going until the success does happen in your life. So I just want to, make sure you understand that. And number 4, you will never experience failure or setback. And that's a misconception, because I don't care what you do when you step out of your comfort zone, there will be things that may stand in your way. There may be things that you can't prevent from happening. So that's where you have to be flexible. That's where you have to be resilient and come up with another way to make sure whatever it is that you're stepping out of your comfort zone to do, that you can, come back from it. But It doesn't mean that you will never experience failure or setbacks, because life is life. And to be your authentic self, when you're stepping out, things can happen and things will happen in our times when we're trying to step out of our comfort zone. And then number 5, if you want to note, people think that you'll never feel nervous or uncomfortable when you're trying to do new things. That's a misconception, because every time I go out and do something, I'm talking to myself. I'm praying to God. I'm like, Lord, see me through this, because I don't know how this thing is going to turn out, but I rely on Him to help me make sure that I can get through whatever it is that I've been tasked to do. So in all, when we're talking about stepping up and stepping out of our comfort zone, there are some misconceptions and there are some truths. And so we have to know what it is that we want to do, and be mindful that we can do it, because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And so we put our mindset to it, we can do it. So put in the chat, I can do it. Put another thing in the chat, I will do it. I will step out of my comfort zone. And so listen, and another thing I'd like to talk to you guys about is that I see some ones in the chat. Thanks. Hello. Listen, I had to pull up the chats, y'all. Hello, Reverend Pam. How you doing out there? Absolutely right. But yes, we have to step out of our comfort zone. And even when we step out of our comfort zone, things could go wrong. But we have to know that we know that it's going to all work out for the good of those that love the Lord. So the assignment that I want you guys to do the rest of this week, back up on the screen, is to try something new that you haven't done before, a new activity. Because I'm going to try a new activity. So try a new activity this week. And that will cause you to step out of your comfort zone. And then when you try that new activity, come back to this video and put in the chat that what you tried, so you can share it with other people, especially those that might come back for the replay, of things that you tried that you've never tried, where you step out of your comfort zone. And then the next thing I would like for you to do is share some of your creative work with a friend or colleague. Step out of your comfort zone and do, because a lot of you are doing a lot of creative things and you're not sharing it. You're not stepping out, sharing it with people. All of you have all these gifts and talents and you're not sharing it. You need to step out of your comfort zone and share those things with somebody so that they can encourage you to keep on doing those things, so that you can become better and better at what it is that you want to grow in. Because look, it's all about us growing, guys. And so listening to what I'm saying tonight, I hope that it will help you and encourage you, and if you need help with stepping out of your comfort zone, there is support out there. It takes practice. And if you need support, I'm your girl. And all you have to do is go to www.talktimeval.com and sign up for a consultation. And we can sit down and set up a plan to help you step out of your comfort zone, where you can tap into your and unlock your hidden potential, because you're sitting out there not using all of the potential that God has placed inside of you. So if you need help and you need a support system, I'm your girl. So go on out there, go to my website, sign up for a free consultation, and we can see what needs to go on to help you in that area. But before I sign off this evening, please go to my YouTube channel, guys. And it's Stepping Out with Valerie Harris on YouTube. And subscribe to my channel. I tell you guys that every time we meet. And listen, that is all I have for you guys tonight. And it was wonderful coming out here, talking to you for a few minutes. And there's another comment in the chat that I want to bring up on the screen. They said, I can do it. I will do it. I can step out of my comfort zone. All right, now I see my grandson out there. He's put a number 1 in the chat. I see my husband Sherman Harris, he's out there. He put a 1 in the chat. Absolutely. I'm so thankful that you all came to join me tonight. And those of you that go back to the replay, just think about some of the things that I mentioned about stepping out of our comfort zone. Yes, it is not easy, but it can be done. And like I said, listen, when you step out of your comfort zone, just rely on that God is with you, because he said in his word that he will never leave us, nor will he forsake us. And so we have to trust that, guys, that he will never, ever leave us or never forsake us. And so when we step out of our comfort zone, we can be reassured that he is right there with us as we do that. So that's all Talk Time Val has for you tonight. And I will be talking to you a little bit later.